Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have Jannik Sinner taking on Matteo Berrettini in Canada. We've got a good one for you, and super excited. They're about to start up. We've got an all-Italian matchup here between Jannik and Matteo, and super excited for it. What's up, guys? What's up? This is going to be a good one. Two huge forehands. I'll tell you something crazy about this match, too. These two have never played each other. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely insane, and that I couldn't believe it. When I was looking at this match and prepping up for it, I just couldn't believe it that these two have never played each other. It's 0-0. Sinner with a big serve down the middle of the box, forehand, inside out, backhand, Matteo to the backhand of Jannik, forehand, Matteo to the backhand, Jannik goes wide. Left 15. But yeah, what's up, guys? What's up? Let me get the score here. Got two big hitting Italians here going head-to-head. Hey, what's up? We got Lexi in the chat. OMG, yeah. That's where you want to be. Hey, what's up? We got Tilly. Who else we got? It's a serve out wide, forehand of Jannik to the backhand of Matteo to the backhand of Jannik, backhand slice of Matteo short to the backhand of Jannik. That's down the middle of the box. Lob from Matteo. Jannik leaves it. It's left 30. Yeah, Matteo apologizes. I don't know why Jannik decided to leave that. It was a kind of a nervy decision. Score set 15 love. It's love 30 now. Hi, Anthony. Pumped for this. The two best Italians going at it. That's it. Best two Italians for a long time, or for a couple of years at least, for a few years. Now Musetti is actually above Matteo just because Matteo dropped down. Matteo is now 38th in the world. But look, Matteo isn't playing like 38th in the world. I mean, we all know that. At this point, forehand down the middle into the forehand of Jannik. That's a good shot, strong shot down the line. Hi, we'll be lurking. Music practice for tonight's session. Go Jannik. That's it. Let's go Jannik. Let's see what Jannik can do. Hello from Egypt. Okay, nice. That's great. Egypt Nation. Nice. That's cool. Why not Alcaraz match? I will be streaming the Alcaraz match after this one gets done. I will be streaming the Alcaraz match, so I'll have that one too. This one's gonna be good. We didn't want to miss this. I didn't want to miss this. Serve into the net. Second serve coming. Second serve from Jannik. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one though. It's gonna be a good one. Serve out wide. Forehand from Jannik down the middle into the forehand of Matteo. Forehand of Jannik down the middle. Forehand of Matteo inside out. Backhand on a crazy slide from Jannik. Slice down the line. What a point. Forehand wide from Jannik. That was a great slice from Matteo off a very strong sliding backhand from Jannik. Or sliding forehand, I think it was. 15-40 here. 15-40 here. But yeah, Anthony Hirsch here. Anthony here for QualityShot. Thanks, guys, for joining in. But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And I have some things to say about how I think this match is going to pan out, what their seasons have looked like. It's been interesting for both in terms of what their seasons have been to this point. But yeah, right now there's a huge moment here. 2 break points for Matteo here to really break this open against his fellow compatriot. Forehand chip down the middle. Forehand from Jannik down the middle. Forehand Matteo into the backhand of Jannik. Backhand slice into the forehand of Jannik. Inside out. Backhand into the net. 30-40. 30-40 here. But yeah, these two have never played each other. Surprisingly, they've never played each other. It's got to be one of the weirder ones on the tour. There's some other weird ones of players that haven't played each other. I mean, who is it? Murray has never played a few different players. Murray's never played Jack Sock, which is weird. Murray's never played Carreno Busta, even though they've both been, all three of those players have been on the tour for a decade plus. So those are a couple weird ones. There are some other weird ones as well that aren't coming to mind. But yeah, I mean, that's got to be one of the weirder ones, no doubt about it. 30-40 here. Sinner's got to be strong on his serve. Matteo's was doing well, really well on serve at Wimbledon. Sinner's gonna have to hold his own serve well. That's a good serve down the line. Strong stuff from Jannik. We're at deuce. Strong stuff from Jannik. Alcaraz plays later on, about 2 hours from now. Yep, that's it. Alcaraz Shelton about 2 hours from now. I'll be commentating for that one too. Hey, what's up, Max? Hey, Anthony and everyone. What's up? How's it going? Glad to have you as well. The battle of the two Italians. That's it. Battle of the two Italians. Deuce here for Sinner serving. Serve into the net. Jannik has to get his first serve percentage up. He's missed almost every first serve, I feel. That's not going to cut it here. Already a tight game to start off here. Kick serve. Deep in the box, but it's in forehand from Jannik. Down the middle. He's hitting a lot down the middle. Backhand slice. Goes just deep from Matteo. Advantage to Sinner. Matteo might already be disappointed if Jannik can somehow escape out of this game. But yeah, what's up, guys? We got two big hitter Italians going at it in Canada. Early rounds. Matteo beat Barrera in the first round. Frenchman Barrera, who's a talented, good hitter from the back of the court, but the top players know how to beat players like that. He doesn't really have any big weapons. So listen, Jannik is a huge step up. Jannik's going to be really tough. And Jannik obviously seeded 8th in the world, so he didn't have a first round match. But yeah, Jannik is currently at his career high of 8 in the world. Many think, including myself, think that he could be even ranked higher than that at the moment with his game, especially in the future. I think nobody doubts that. Serve out wide, backhand slice, return to the forehand of Jannik, inside out, backhand slice, right on the baseline, forehand cross, and forehand of Matteo, forehand of Jannik, comes in, backhand, way up high, Jannik there with the volley though, 1-0. We're at 1-0. That was a good game to start up here. But yeah, listen, Matteo doesn't have a very strong backhand. That's well known. Both these guys have ferocious, amazing forehands, but Jannik doesn't have a very strong backhand, and that's what kind of he like Jannik has an amazing backhand. He has one of the best backhands on tour. Very strong two-hander. He can get amazing pace out on that shot out of nowhere. In fact, earlier in the season, Jannik was averaging the highest average speed backhand on the whole tour, on the whole men's tour. So yeah, the disparity in both their backhands is really high. So Jannik will want to hit to that backhand as much as possible. He'll be doing really well in backhand to backhand rallies. But like we saw in that first game, I mean, Sinner is not the strongest server at the moment. He just is not. He was also hitting down the middle a lot. He'll really want to hold strong behind his serve because although Matteo hasn't been serving amazing all year, he really picked it up at Wimbledon. So I would argue that his Wimbledon level is probably more what we should expect from Matteo rather than the rest of the season. Serve down the line. There you go. Or was it either Jannik challenging or something here? Let me see. A let. It was a let. Another first serve color. Forehand goes long from Matteo. Yeah, chances on the Jannik serve. See if he can hold behind his own. Yeah, like I said, these two have never played before, which is kind of ridiculous. It's ridiculous that these two have never played before. Um, so Matteo into the forehand of Jannik. Wide. Big serve down the line is too good for Jannik. 30-15 for Matteo. I'm expecting a battle here. I'm expecting a battle. My prediction is Jannik in straight sets, but I don't think it will be like maybe 2 tiebreakers or something, or maybe 7-5. I'm a guess you're going with Sinner, yeah. Yeah, I'm picking Sinner. But Matteo can be tough. He was playing really high level at Wimbledon. And yeah, Matteo had a super tough draw at Wimbledon too. I mean, Jannik was obviously very happy because he got a very easy draw at Wimbledon. Although it's never easy playing against the highest level players in the world, and those players had to beat out some of the other top players. But still, he had a good draw at Wimbledon for sure. and he was happy about that. But yeah, Matteo had to beat some tough guys at Wimbledon. I'm going Sinner, but you know anything could happen. I haven't loved how I've seen Sinner play at Canada so far, but he's only played in Toronto one time, and Toronto is different from Montreal. So we'll see what happens. I hope Casper's backhand has improved. Yeah, it's been improving a little bit. I mean, his backhand at the French Open was as good as I've seen it. At the like second half of last year, he was really improving that shot. So he'll keep improving on it. I think so. I think Max. I'm predicting first set may be a tiebreak. I'm expecting somebody to break here. My prediction, if I had to just put a wild guess out there, I have no clue, but I would say 6-4, 7-6 Jannik. That's my prediction. We're seeing a lot of them being close on serve so far, like getting into the service game. So I reckon one of them breaks, but let's see what happens. 15 love. Love the kit from Matteo. So good. Nice, yeah. Wozniacki a set down against Vondrousova. Well, keep an eye on that too. There's a few things to keep an eye on for sure. Backhand is long from Matteo, 30 love. Matteo has a strange physique, really well built, his upper body, but his legs are like sticks. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could argue the same thing for Sinner, though, to be honest. 30 love. At least his legs being like sticks. 30 love. Serve from Jannik. Down the line, backhand Matteo into the forehand of Jannik, into the backhand of Matteo. Goes into the net, bounce back on his side, 40 love for Jannik. Yeah, these two have never played before. Like I said, first meeting, and yeah, so it usually have a head-to-head to kind of tell what we can kind of expect. But to be honest, in this matchup, it's pretty simple what we're going to see. To be honest, I think it's pretty predictable. We're going to see a lot of hard forehands all over the court. Both guys trying to dictate. Sinner isn't going to have his serve to be able to dictate as much as Matteo, but he has his backhand, which is a strong shot too. That's a strong forehand inside in from Jannik, 2-1. Strong shot inside in from Jannik. But yeah, Jannik is going to want to dictate. That's the big thing for Jannik. Matteo's going to want to be strong behind his own serve and doesn't want to be like, absolutely destroyed on rallies. But yeah, I mean, speaking about their two seasons, Matteo is 10-8 on the season, which, listen, Matteo was number 6 in the world as long ago as just the January last year. Which I guess a little while ago, but but he was 6th in the world back then after reaching semifinals of Australia, Wimbledon final the year before, also Madrid final. Those are the two big finals that he's reached so far. Also won Queens in 2021, so he was 6th in the world. And anyways, 10-8 on the season. Ever since Australia last year, last year was a downturn for Matteo in his season. He won a couple of grass titles, then reached a couple of 250 finals. But listen, last year was already a downturn after Australia. And then this year was just abysmal for a big part of it, to be honest. He was losing to a lot of players like Taro Daniel, Mackie McDonald, Alexander Shevchenko, playing a lot of weird matches. He was hitting a lot of errors, not finishing off matches, hitting a lot of weird decisions. His confidence was just not there. So a big thing that Matteo is going to want to do in this match, he wants to serve well. He wants to not hit a whole lot of he wants to not hit a whole lot of errors. He wants to hit winners. And he also wants to be strong behind his serve. For sure. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. He needs to get away from the errors. He wants to be good on his own serve and get chances on the Sinner serve too. Sinner's going to be getting chances on the Matteo serve. Sinner is an elite level returner, so Matteo is going to need to be ready for that. We'll talk about Jannik's season 2 as well because it's been far from one-dimensional or simple. So Jannik has had an interesting trajectory as well. First serve into the net from Matteo. Kick serve down the middle to the forehand of Jannik. Forehand of Jannik right off the rise. Forehand Matteo goes wide. Love 15. That's what Jannik wants to do. He wants to dictate. He wants to step forward, be dictating around with the forehand. Know what the court speed is. I'm actually not entirely sure. It's not one of the quickest ones, but it's also not one of the slowest ones. It's pretty much in the middle for a Masters hard court tournament. Love 15 here. Backhand. It's definitely not the fastest. Forehand. It's out from Matteo. Love 30. It's out from Matteo. Love 30. I have a feeling it'll be a piece of cake for Carlos versus Ben Shelton. Yeah, I'm expecting a blowout, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of think Carlos is gonna. Listen. Carlos always starts out his tournament super well too. By the way, or not always. Not like that's not true, but he's fun to watch in the early rounds. I don't know. Shelton. He hasn't won more than one match in a tournament since Australia. Like, I don't know. I'm expecting that to be like 6-3, 6-1 or some, if not worse. We'll see what Shelton can do, but I do expect Shelton to give his all. I expect Shelton to be super passionate out there, jump around, but I think Alcaraz is going to get the win. 15-30 here. Sinner with half a chance. Forehand return. He gets off a strong serve. Forehand from Matteo to the net, though. 15-40. That's what we've seen from Matteo all year. In the net, 15-40. 2 break points for the Italian Sinner. 2 break points. That's a bad miss. Great to get a racket on it from Jannik, but that was a bad miss from Matteo. Completely, I don't know what he was doing with his body there. He was not moving his legs. He was not moving his legs for that shot. He just slapped it and just moved forward, slapped it. I mean, it was just like a ridiculous. I don't know. That was not a great shot from Matteo. 30-40 though, but that was all pressure. It was all pressure. It was all nerves. Does somebody know where I can watch Berrettini versus Sinner? Yeah, Tennis TV. Tennis TV has it. Yeah. Tennis TV's got it for you. Yeah, I kind of expect Alcaraz to win easily. That's what I'm expecting, Matt. But we'll see. But yeah, I'm expecting that for sure. Backhand into the net, deuce. Shelton is having a sophomore slump. I mean, he's kind of having a, I don't know, it was last year's, I just feel like we're still waiting for Shelton to really find anything past, I mean, he's a great shot maker. He has a strong serve. He's still young. He has time. He has the passion for it, clearly. But I just give him time. I mean, he made Australian Open quarters with a good draw, but I'd give him time to really show us that he's that guy. I'd give him some time for him to try to do that. I'm from Spain. Nice. It's so cool to have this be a global thing. People from all over. By the way, so far 67% of Berrettini's serves have been unreturned. Only 25% for Sinner. That's a good stat. Advantage for Matteo. Both guys doing well to safe break points so far. A couple of every service game pretty much has been close. Backhand from Sinner into the forehand of Matteo. Forehand backhand slice goes long, 2-all. 2-2 here. 2-2 here in the all-Italian matchup. 2-2 in this all-Italian matchup. But yeah, Sinner is, like I said, he's at a career high of 8th in the world. Sinner was at 17 in the world to start out this season. That doesn't just sound ridiculous now. It was mind-boggling insane at the time. Like, he was 17 in the world to start out the season, which was ridiculous, to be honest. And now he's 37-11 on the season. He got to 3 straight Masters semifinals, including a final in Miami, completely dismantling Rublev, who would go on to win Monte Carlo the next Masters tournament after that. And then he beat Carlos Alcaraz in a great comeback victory. By the way, good return from Matteo, love 15. But yeah, Sinner's 37-11 on the season. He played a tight match in Australia versus Tsitsipas, but it was really since Australia where he really played an amazing level, played an amazing season up until Monte Carlo, where he started having some physical concerns, physical issues, and also just lost the plot a little bit. A few really tough losses. And then at Wimbledon, made his first major semifinal. And now we are where we're at. But yeah, let's see how he does in Canada. It's going to be a really, really interesting North American season for for Sinner, I feel like, to really see where he's at. I really feel like it's going to be a good way to gauge his game. That's another forehand out, though. Love 30. Another forehand out. Matteo trying to get the lead here. Love 30. This has not been a server's match so far. A lot of return points won. 20 minutes into this one. Vondrosova rolling over Wozniacki second set. Yeah, it's kind of sad. But it's just good to see. It's good to have Caro back. Wozniacki's great. It's good to have her around. Love 30. Serve misses the box. Second serve from Jannik. Backhand from Matteo into the forehand of Jannik. Backhand slice into the forehand of Jannik. Inside in. Forehand from Matteo. Cross in the forehand of Jannik. Big forehand. Backhand slide. Good defense from Sinner. That's a forehand put away from Matteo. Wow. Love 40. Love 40. Matteo with the 3 break points. Matteo with the 3 break points. Listen, these guys have been saving break points, but it's going to be tough for Jannik to get out of this hole. He'll really have to serve his way out, and that's going to be tough. Kabang, yes, the huge forehands. I want to see average forehand MPH from both players, not just from Matteo. Crazy, Osaka net. Who do you think will get the W? I picked Sinner beforehand, but I'm not completely confident. I think it's going to be a tough match, and it's proving to be so far. Love 40. Love 40. Matteo's not a joke. He's not to joke around with. And he showed that at Wimbledon, too. Matteo ready on the return. Serve, forehand into the backhand, and Matteo clips the tape, goes over, forehand, inside out, backhand Matteo, hard into the forehand of Jannik, forehand into the net from Matteo, 15-40. We'll see if Matteo can be clutch in these moments. Listen, big problem for Matteo, lack of confidence, not being clutch throughout these matches for the year so far. So that's a big thing that we have to gauge, that Matteo is being confident in these tight moments. Yeah, interesting moments here. 15-40. 15-40. Both guys have to be feeling each other out. I mean, I'm sure they've played countless times against each other in practice, whatever, but first time in an ATP match. It's always different when you're playing a tour match. It really is. At least according to the players. 15-40 here. Second serve. Forehand into the forehand of Jannik, goes behind Matteo. Matteo running the other way. 30-40. 30-40. They played doubles together in teams events for Italy, and that's it. Yeah. I think that's it, though. It's kind of wild. They're waiting for people in the crowd. People in the crowd trying to be seated. Break point. Sit down, people. There you go. 30-40. I don't know what's going on. Still people walking in the crowd. Jeez. A little bit of a delay here. Sinner tries to save his 3rd break point in a row. All right, here we go. Break point number 3. Jannik serve, just missed the line. Second serve. Backhand into the backhand of Jannik, forehand from Matteo, down the middle, way up high into the forehand of Jannik, forehand cross into the forehand of Jannik, down the middle, forehand Matteo, to the forehand of Jannik, forehand Matteo, kind of a buggy whip, way up high, right on the baseline, big forehand into the ad side. Jannik on the defense, Matteo comes to net out of nowhere, that's a volley, goes long, and Jannik fist bumps with the big come on, we're at deuce. Jannik with the come on. Jannik with the come on. Hi, guys. Do you have a link to see the match? I'm sorry. I don't have a link. I don't know a free place to watch if Tennis Channel doesn't have it. Tennis TV. has it for you. If you have Tennis TV, bro, how do aces work? I'm confused. Okay, so Alex, if player hits a serve and the other person can't return it, can't even touch the ball, then that's an ace. I mean, it doesn't matter, whether it's a service winner or an ace, but an ace is if the player doesn't touch it. We're at deuce here. 2-all deuce. Jannik saves 3 break points. That's absolutely massive. You just have to feel like he's going to get a chance in a Matteo service game eventually. Another one. Second serve here, though. Jannik first serve percentage is really getting away from him. See what Jannik can do. Serve to the backhand of Matteo, forehand of Jannik, inside out. Forehand of Jannik, inside down to the backhand slice of Matteo, forehand of Jannik. Backhand slice of Matteo, forehand of Jannik again, inside down to the backhand of Matteo. Really attacking that backhand. It's a forehand from Matteo. Long shot to hit to. It's a forehand. The forehand inside out. Oops, I hit it to the wrong side. That's the difference between the Matteo forehand and the backhand. It's not the same shot. It's worlds different. Tennis TV or TC Plus in US. Yep. Yeah, I'll have it for you. Advantage here for Berrettini. Fourth break point. Matteo fist bumps. Serve from Jannik. That's a big one down the line. Wow. To save a break point. Wow. Didn't expect that from Jannik. There's an ace. Okay, thank you. I need center with 6 trying to win this money, man. Okay, gotcha, Alex. Well, there's one for you. There's one right there. I expect Tennis Channel to pick this up after Wozniacki. Yeah, probably. Yeah, Tennis Channel probably have this one. They shouldn't miss it. We have it. QualityShot Tennis. We have it for you. QualityShot Tennis has it for you. We're at deuce. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Deuce here. Jannik serving. Big serve, backhand slice, hits the tape, goes over. Jannik there at the forehand. That's a great forehand. That's the skill of Sinner. Don't think listen, Sinner is flashy. He's got so much skill. Great athlete, and a lot of great skill. Don't be misled by like just his huge power game or the way his physique, like whatever you think his height. He's a very skilled player. Very skilled player. It's all hiding underneath, but it's all there. He can hit just the craziest shots out of nowhere. Makes it fun to watch. It's advantage here to Sinner. Backhand Matteo into the forehand of Jannik. It's big inside out, but goes just long. Deuce. Long game here. It's a long game here. Berrettini, one of, if not the best forehand in top 50. Yeah, I mean, it's been off this year. I mean, his backhand was really the big issue all year, but his forehand really wasn't the weapon that it once was. His backhand was super attackable, but his forehand wasn't there to attack itself. So his forehand, it wasn't as ferocious or wasn't hitting through the court as well as it was in the last couple of years. So, but for the most part, when Berrettini is in form, clearly one of the best forehands on tour. I don't know exactly. It's hard to rank forehands. There's so many good ones right at the top of the sport, but it's hard to say. I'd say Alcaraz probably has the best at the moment. But I mean, he for me is clearly just above everybody else, but outside of that, it's hard to say. Advantage here to Berrettini. Advantage here to Berrettini. I really am very high on Rublev's forehand as well. I know he just kind of whacks it over and over again, but I really think that's a special shot. Wozniacki has won the last 3 games, 3-3 in the second set. Okay, I'll have to keep up with that. Too. That's great for, yeah. Wozniacki will fight. Forehand into forehand of Jannik. A break point here. Forehand to the backhand of Jannik, but goes out. Deuce. It goes out. Deuce. Yeah, it's Anthony here for QualityShot Tennis. Don't forget to sub if you're new. We'll be here for the rest of Canada and for Cincinnati as well, and also for the U.S. Open and other tournaments throughout the year. We got a lot of stuff coming. So, Make sure to sub if you haven't already. If you're enjoying it. Red deuce. Serve down the middle into the forehand of Matteo. Forehand of Jannik. Could have come in, but he didn't. Doesn't matter, though. Backhand slice into the net. Advantage for Jannik. Jannik's got to play decisive, though. He's going to have to dictate and be decisive about his shots. Advantage here for Sinner. He wants to put away this long game. It's a big serve down the line, 3-2. Speaking of aces for Sinner, he's got a few there. Got a few there to escape that game. Let's go, Jannik. See what he can do. Matteo's going to be disappointed. He had some chances. Speaking of great forehands, is Delpo still come back for the Open? I hope so. I don't think Delpo has said for sure yet, but I really hope so. Del since when? Yeah, Del Potro is one of my favorite players of all time. Honestly, I think Del Potro is my second favorite player of all time behind Federer. I loved watching Del Potro back in the day, ever since the start. Jannik always reminds me a little bit of Del Potro, too, in a few different ways. Hard forehands, but very skilled players, the both of them. And, yeah, I hope Del Potro does play. He hasn't announced for sure, but I'd love to see it. And it's looking like yes. It's looking like yes, according to everything that he said. Come on, Woes. Yeah, let me look up Canada scores real quick, and let me see if I can have that. I'd scream if he came back. You have no idea. Yeah. All right, here we go. So Leylah Fernandez is currently 5-4 up on Haddad Maia, but they're on serve. Yeah, 3-3 in the Wozniacki-Vondrousova match. They're at deuce. Swiatek got through a very tight first set against Pliskova and then won the second set pretty easy, 6-2. Cercea lost to Muhova, Roland Garros finalist. Bencic lost to good athlete, big hitter Alicia Parks in beat Alicia Parks in 3 sets, I should say. Goff won. Goff's been playing crazy. She's on a win streak. Always enjoy seeing players on win streaks. Alcaraz is on a big win streak at the moment. He'll be on next. And then, Murray up 4-3 on Purcell. Davidovich Fokina just destroyed Zverev. I like to see it, though. And, Fokina's going to be tough. I like to see Fokina winning, and I like that result. Monfils 6-4, 6-3 over Steph. Fokina's going to be tough. I mean, he's been playing great through this tournament. I would love it, too, as long as he is 100%. Yeah, I just love to see him back on court, though, to be honest, Enigma. But, yeah, it would be great to see him at a high level. I mean, I don't want to see him at the U.S. Open just barely moving, but it was only 5 years ago that I reached the U.S. Open final, so. And by the way, this tournament, Del Potro coming back, this is the tournament of some crazy comebacks, too. So far, some good, cool results. Forehand right off the baseline for Berrettini. It's a backhand shank from Sinner. 15 love. Imagine we have Kerber, Wozniacki, Osaka, and Halep all back by next year. Yeah, that'd be wild for sure. That would be wild. I mean, listen, in this tournament already, we've had Wozniacki back. We've had Raonic beating Tiafoe. And he has a good draw, too, by the way. A lot of parts of the draw have opened up. So, which is very cool. But then also, Gael Monfils, with one of my favorite results of the year so far, beat Andy Murray. Sorry, not beat Andy Murray. Andy Murray's still in. Who'd he beat? Tsitsipas in straight sets. Playing amazing tennis. Lots of winners. So, I love Gael getting back into form. I mean, he had an amazing match at Roland Garros, but he really wasn't quite himself at that point yet. Now he's really starting to look like himself, which is great to see. It's 30 love here. Monfils got upset Tsitsipas earlier. Good to have Lamont playing well. Yeah, absolutely, Osaka net. Absolutely. I love seeing him playing well. I was thinking that beat me too at all. Yeah. Yeah, Monfils was on my mind too. I mean, I was thinking when the year started, last year I remember an interview Monfils gave where he was like, by the way, Berrettini steamrolling on his serve. 40 love after that long game on the center serve. But it's a service winner out wide, center into the ground, 3-all. But I was thinking Monfils said in an interview, Monfils said, I'm very content with living at home and just being with the family. You know, I kind of got used to this and forgot I was even going to come back. And I was like, and then he got injured against Draper in wherever, Washington, Cincinnati. And then he didn't play for a long time. I was like, maybe Monfils just isn't going to come back. Or if he comes back, maybe he'll only play a few tournaments. But now that he's starting to play well, I think maybe he'll play a little bit longer. I was thinking maybe Paris this year. He might call it quits, but maybe he'll play even longer. As long as he likes to play. I mean, he's going to fill out crowds. 3-all here. And it's always great to see Monfils playing well. He's not just a shot maker. He's a good player, too. Been as high as top 5, I think. At least 6th in the world. I think top 5. Maybe 6th. 15 love. Jen Brady played great today, even though she lost. Yeah, I saw a bit of that. Yeah, good to have Brady back. Brady is good. Made to AO final in 21. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, year after Kennen. Lost to a certain player. Yep. That's it. Yeah. Osaka just winning the every couple of years wins a couple of majors. It'd be great to have Osaka back too. Forehand into forehand of Matteo on the run. That's a great shot. Backhand to the backhand slice into the forehand of Jannik, into the backhand now down the middle from Matteo. Down the middle. They're playing some forehand inside out. That's massive from Matteo. 15-all. Matteo unleashing the weapons in his arsenal. 15-all. Matteo with the fearsome forehand. 15-all. You think Maria Sakkari will get more than 4 break points? I did my research. I didn't see her getting that much against. I think she will lose the game. What are your thoughts? I have to remind myself who Sakkari is playing, but I'll look into that. 15-all. Serve into the net. Second serve coming for Jannik. Yeah, lots of players coming back. It's great to see. I'd love to see Raonic make a run. We'll speak about that part of the draw opening up too. Forehand from Jannik into the backhand of Matteo down the middle. Forehand of Jannik inside out. Backhand Matteo goes long. 30-15. Big serve out wide. That's a good return on the defense from Matteo. Backhand slice way up high for a pass. Jannik there at the volley. 40-15. Who did Raonic beat? Tiafoe. Yeah, Raonic beat Tiafoe the other day, which was an awesome win for Milos. That was a great win for Milos the other day. It was great to see that. Both Andreescu and FA lost today. At least other Canadians playing well. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it'd be crazy if Raonic could do a run in this tournament. I'll go through the draw after the changeover a little bit, not just for Raonic's part of the draw, but also for this part of the draw where Sinner's at and Berrettini, because something interesting happened there as well. Berrettini forehand into the net 4-3. All right, so let's see here. All right, here we go. Here's the draw here as I'm looking at it. So in this part of the draw, Monfils beat Tsitsipas, and Coric lost on the other side as well. So now outside in terms of going to the semifinals of Canada, the other outside of Sinner and Berrettini, the other players in this part of the draw are Monfils, Korda, Vukic, Purcell, and Murray. So some tough players there, but nobody left who's seeded. And nobody left who's, I think, inside the top 20 in the world. So the draw is really opened up for whoever wins this match to have a good chance of getting to at least the semifinals. where they would likely play Alcaraz. Also, Runa is on the other side among some other players as well. Hurkacz, who made the final last year, but yeah, there's that part of the draw, and then other parts of the draw have been opened up as well. On this part of the draw, Rublev and Zverev both lost. Now it's Ruud, Fokina, Raonic, and McDonald. So that could be an opportunity. Ruud didn't play pitch perfect against Lehechka. He actually saved 2 set points, was down 6-4 in the breaker there. So in a very tough match, Lehechka played well too, but Ruud wasn't playing with as much depth as usual. And I don't know, it could be a chance for Fokina, who absolutely destroyed Zverev. So a few sections in this draw where there's chances. No doubt about it. And then, a few sections where there's a few chances. But yeah, in this little section where Sinner and Berrettini are at, nobody left, no seed is left who would be in their way to reach the semifinals. So keep that in mind. Serve down the middle, forehand of Jannik, forehand Matteo. Big squash shot from Jannik, but he whiffs on it. He does a whiff. 15 love from Matteo with the big forehand. Francesco, let's go Jannik. That's it. Let's go Jannik. So let's go. 15 love here. Serve for Matteo out wide is an ace. 30 love. That's what Matteo had to do. He had to be strong on his serve. Quick, let's look at the stats real quick for serving stats. I don't think it's particularly strong for either player, especially for Jannik. I don't think it's very strong, but second serve points won. Well, actually, it's pretty strong, actually. The first serve percentage is low for Jannik, but outside of that, it's actually pretty good. Pretty good all around for serving stats. Never mind. Pretty good, pretty good. Winners to errors. It's nothing too crazy that stands out. Jannik will want to up his first serve percentage, though, because Matteo is only serving better and better as the set's gone on. He's 87% on first serve points, so he's going to be doing well behind his own serve. Also 70% of first serves in, so Matteo's doing only better and better on serve. And if Jannik's only making 59% first serves in, then that's gonna have chances for that's gonna give chances for Matteo against Jannik. What do you love? Matteo serve down the line. That's an ace. Ace central for Matteo. Ace central for Matteo. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Good commentary, bro. I'm watching my bet through you. Okay. That's cool too. Great opportunity for one of these guys to make a run. Yeah, that's it. A lot of chances throughout this tournament. Rematch of RG final tomorrow is Muhova versus Iga. Ooh. That's tough. I've bet on Sinner $50. Okay. Keep an eye on that too. Yeah, that's huge money. So we'll see if Jannik can do it. 4-4 here. It's a tough matchup. But Jannik is got faith in Jannik. Second serve goes out. I was talking about first serve percentage. There's a second serve. Gets away from him too, left 15. It's like a 12-minute game in this Wozniacki match. Is it still 3-3? Still 3-3 there? Wozniacki holds in that crazy game 4-3. Good for Wozniacki, all fighting on like always. Fernandez is 2 points away from Leylah Fernandez is 2 points away from taking the set against Haddad Maya. A few of my favorite players on the court. I'm a huge fan of Sinner. I'm a huge fan of Fernandez as well. Be good to see Fernandez take the set there. Forehand, across the net, backhand from Matteo to the backhand of Sinner, across the net, backhand slice. Matteo, forehand drop shot from Jannik. Matteo runs. Good shot. That's a lot from Matteo. What a shot from Matteo. Magic hands, showing off the power and also showing off the touch. I don't bet. Personally, yeah, you're probably better for it. I don't bet either. I'm not a better either. Yeah, that's all cool too. If you bet or not, that's cool too. But always cool to hear if y'all do have anything going on. But yeah, It's probably better. Don't need to get into all that, have that stress. Love 30 here. Betting is a winning and a losing game. You can lose a lot. Love 30. Matteo, huge fist bump there. Serve Matteo into the net. 15-30. 15-30. 15-30. Jannik on the serve. Down the line. It's too good from Jannik. 30 all. It's another ace from Jannik. Can't enjoy the game if you're stressing out about a bet. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think so. But I mean, yeah, some people enjoy it though. But yeah, it's not for me, but everybody's got their own different thing. That's cool. 30 all here. As long as you don't bet on WTA, it's fine, yeah. It can be topsy-turvy. Serve out wide, forehand Matteo into the forehand of Jannik inside out. Matteo can't be there at the backhand. We're at 40-30. But listen, if you bet on WTA, if you bet on Rybakina, Swiatek, or Sabalenka and make a final, you've gotten 100% of the time this year, pretty much. So that's been a constant. 40-30. It's good to have players at the top of women's sport, at the top of the women's game, just staying around, consistent in always being there in the finals, winning. It's good to have those rivalries. Center holds 5-4. Center fist bumps. He escapes the love 30 game. Listen, we've had no breaks so far in this match, but nearly every single game has been close. We're at 5-4 and 46 minutes in. Every game's been close so far. Every game's been close so far, but yeah, we're 46 minutes into this one. But yeah, like I said, Sinner is at his career high of 8th in the world. He's really had a very good Sinner won a tournament, his first one after Australian Open. He won a tournament in Montpellier. And then after that, he reached the finals of Rotterdam, where he lost to Medvedev after taking a set. Very high-level match still. Medvedev always gets the best of him, but he took a set. And then he reached the semifinals of Indian Wells, Miami, and Monte Carlo. And he played amazing all throughout those tournaments. In Miami, he was playing absolutely incredible. He was feeling a little bit ill before his final against Daniil. But he was playing great at the time. Then he lost the plot a little bit, but he found it again at Wimbledon. Everybody's waiting for Jannik to kind of step up and have a great result. We'll see. We'll see if he can do it. Well, he can do it. We'll see if he does it. I think he can do it. Center still sitting on the changeovers. Yeah, by the way, this is only Berrettini's second time playing Canada, which is kind of unbelievable. Berrettini is 27 years old. He's 5 years and a bit of change older than Sinner, even though they're both kind of younger generation Italians. But this is only his second time playing Canada. His other time was last year where he lost in the first round. So, and Sinner's played this event twice before. And neither time he's done very well, but last year he lost to Carreno Busta, who ended up winning that tournament. 5-4 here. Berrettini serving. Serve down the line is long. Second serve. And it's going to be fun as we get to the late stages. Seeing Jannik bring his best level. Matteo trying to prove himself out here. It's been close so far. You can see a lot of more huge forehands struck. We've already seen a lot. Center, great shot to hit around that forehand. Hits around across court. Ooh, Matteo nearly there with the pass, but it's in the net. Love 15. Love 15 here. Love 15 here. Listen, we've only had close games. See if we have another one as Matteo serves for this one. Forehand inside in. That's a great shot from Jannik on the defense. Drop shot. Oh, Jannik nearly there. That's the speed of Jannik and the racket skills. Oh, my God. Jannik has a great squash shot, like a forehand slice shot. I want to see a replay of this one. Big forehand inside in. Oh, didn't even show the Jannik shot. It wasn't, listen, it wasn't a passing shot or nothing. He managed to get it on the other side of the court, which was amazing. Still ran for the next shot, but there was no chance. Shut up, Osaka. Francesco, I'm glad for you to be in chat, but can't be saying stuff like that, or else I'll have to get you out of the chat. Can't be talking like that in the chat. Let's go, Jannik. Yeah, that's it. Keep it civil in the chat. Keep it civil, guys. It's a double fault. It's a double fault. Zverev is on the court. We're at 15-30. How many sets they play? Alex Gonzalez, best of 3. Yep, best of 3 sets. That's it. Best 2 out of 3. Every set goes to a 7-point tiebreaker. Kick serve, second serve is a let. Another second serve coming. Haddad, Maya, Fernandez, Murray, Berrettini, and center play. It's all happening. Yep, it's all going on. And listen, next up is Alcaraz taking on Shelton. And listen, I'm not expecting that to be like the super tightest match ever, although some are expecting it to be. But I still think it's going to be fun, and we're going to see some great shot making. Alcaraz's first match since that historic win against Djokovic at Wimbledon. So I'll be commentating that one. Don't miss out. That's going to be a great stream, so don't miss out on that. Anybody who knows who this Lawanda girl is, she is apparently a tennis super fan, big on social media. I've seen her name before, but I don't really know much about her, to be honest. 30 all here, big points here. All eyes on this match. Serve down the line is wide. Second serve coming. Wozniacki from 0-4 to 5-4. That's classic Wozniacki. That's crazy. It's another double fault from Matteo. 2 double faults in a row on that deuce side. We got a set point for Jannik. Set point for Jannik to get away from the set. Listen, so many break points throughout the set, but there hasn't been a single break throughout the set. We've got Sinner trying with a break point here to break this open. See what Jannik can do. This is Jannik's first hardcourt match since Miami, I believe, where he did get to the final against Daniil Medvedev. Forehand into the backhand slice of Matteo. Jannik has a big chance. Forehand inside out. See if Jannik can be clutch. Forehand down the middle. Forehand Matteo. It's in the net. 6-4 for Jannik. Jannik fist bumps. He didn't even have to do too much there. He just made Matteo play. And Matteo showed up with the air. It's 6-4 for Jannik. 6-4 for Jannik. Gets it done. 6-4 for Jannik. Gets it done. Wow, what a weird set. Every 54 minutes long set, 6-4. It was every game was close. So many chances for both. I mean, let's look at the break points chances, if it has it. 10 break point chances in 10 games. 10 break point chances in 10 games. Jannik saves all 7 of his. That's the key stat. He saves all 7 break points he faced. He was down 15-40. He was down love 40. Jannik escaped. Matteo can finish him off, which has been a pattern for the season. And Matteo, it was 9 of 9 break points saved up until the set point, where it became 9 for 10. Winners to errors, it's been a good match so far. I mean, not the most high level ever. A few too many shots down the middle from both, but it's whatever. But Matteo's first serve percentage also left him as we got to the end of that set, which was part of why Jannik could get the break. Also, Jannik, just such a good returner anyway. Even when Matteo was making first serves, it was always going to be tough for Matteo. But yeah, good set. It was a good set. It was a solid set. That's a perfect way to say it. Good set. Good set of tennis. Francisco, come on. Yeah, that's it. Sinner got it. Sinner got it. Yeah, it was a great set. It was a great set. Let's look at, let me put this down. Let's look at the other scores going on around the grounds, if I can. Fernandez gets the first set over Haddad Maya and her with the home crowd cheering her on. Leo Fernandez is, I guess I got to be unbiased up here. But I like Fernandez. I do like Fernandez. And I'd like to see her doing well. She's not a big hitter like some of these other players, but she is talented. It's always good to see her doing well. It's 5-5 in the Vondrousova-Wozniacki match. Vondrousova, obviously, the Wimbledon champ. Is this Vondrousova's first match since Wimbledon? Gonna have to look that up. Or okay, she did. Yeah, she didn't get a bye. She played against Sheriff in the first round. But yeah, this is her first event since Wimbledon. She also played a doubles match yesterday. Yeah, Alcaraz and Vondrousova playing their first events since Wimbledon. All right, second set about to start up here. Second set about to start up here. Francesco, we can't be doing that on the stream. I gotta get you out of here. All right, center to start off the set. Can't be doing that. Serve out wide. It's too good from center. It's 15 love. 15 love here. Serve down the line, backhand from Jannik, cross in the backhand slice of Matteo, forehand Jannik into the backhand of Matteo, forehand into the forehand of Matteo. Goes long, 30 love for Jannik. Alcaraz played Hopman Cup right after Wemby. Yeah, that's right. That's true. Exhibition though, I don't put that much weight on exhibitions. But I mean, I know both they were playing serious about it, so I guess you could count that. But I'd like to think of the Shelton match as his first match since Wimbledon, his first ATP match since Wimbledon. Anthony, are you also commentating the Carlos and Ben Shelton match? I will be here for the Carlos and Ben Shelton match, so stick around for that. 40 love here for Jannik. 40 love for Jannik. Jannik really picking up his level. Listen, I mean, I don't think there should be any doubt of how well Jannik can play when he brings his best level. I mean, there are doubts around parts of Jannik's game. There are doubts about Jannik. People have doubts about his mentality and finishing off matches. But if you don't think Jannik can play some of the best tennis on the whole tour when he's at his best, then I think there are a few matches you got to be pointing out to, because Jannik can play some pretty impressive tennis. Thanasi Kokkinakis in Rome. Jannik won the first 12 points of that match. When does that happen? Jannik won the first 12 points of that match. He destroyed Kokkinakis in that first set. Kokkinakis didn't even play badly. Hit him off the court. He dismantled Rublev in Miami. Even against Alcaraz at the US Open last year. Like, when he's playing his best tennis, like, he is undeniable. That there should be no doubt about that. Against Djokovic last year at Wimbledon, when he's playing his best, he can be undeniable. It's just about getting more consistency in that way, improving on his serve so he doesn't have to get into a lot of tight spots as well, and being able to finish off chances, improving on that killer instinct. There's a few things Jannik needs to improve. But listen, this year he's only been improving and improving. And like I said, he was 17th in the world to start off that year. Only in 2-3 months, he climbed up to a career high of 8th in the world. And listen, I think the train for Jannik started. I don't think it's going to slow now. I think for now the train for Jannik has started. I don't know if you could say it started from this year, Australian Open, or it started in Montpellier this year, Indian Wells, Miami, or if it started at Wimbledon, where he reached the semis after a little bit of a slump for a month or whatever. But the train started for Jannik. It's not slowing down now. That's what I feel. Everybody's going to have their challenges. Sinner's had more than a few. 30 love here for Matteo. Should have fun shots and great rallies, but definitely the Spaniard in straight sets. I would be really shocked if Alcaraz doesn't win in straights, to be honest. And that's not just because I don't think Alcaraz is unbeatable after that Wimbledon match, but like it's a perfect storm. This is Alcaraz's first time playing in Toronto, but Shelton's as well. 40 love here. Yeah, I will also be commentating the Alcaraz versus Berrettini, not Alcaraz versus Shelton match after this one, so stick around for that. We're almost an hour of play into this one. 40 love for Matteo. I don't think Matteo's going anywhere, though. He's got that serve to give him the confidence. He's serving well. $40 love here for Matteo. Kick serve into the backhand of Jannik for him. Matteo into the net. 40-15. 40-15. Yeah, Jannik's a tough player. But yeah, Matteo's biggest title to date is an ATP 500. He won Queens twice. He made it to Madrid final. That's his one Masters final that he reached. He did that in 2021. Only a couple months later, like a month later, he reached the Wimbledon final. So those have been some of the biggest results for Matteo. Backhand down the middle into the forehand of Matteo, inside out. It's a strong backhand from Jannik. That's a great shot. That's the racket skills, just the skills. Most players would have hit that as a one-hander, but he had a strong wrist there to really control that shot off the two-hander and just put it back into play. That was good speed, too. Jannik's a good athlete. Don't get twisted. Jannik has some strong athleticism. 40-30. This would be a nightmare for Matteo if this goes back to deuce. Big serve, back and return of Jannik. One of the best back and returns on the tour is Jannik. Backhand slice into the net. We are at deuce. We are at deuce, and it is a nightmare from Matteo Berrettini. Listen, Jannik, Djokovic, Medvedev, Jannik. To me, those are, and Alcaraz probably you'd put up there as well, on the forehand for sure, but they have some of the best backhand returns on the tour. For me, it's those three players. Jannik, Medvedev, and Djokovic. Like, their backhand returns are, like, special. Jannik's backhand return is elite level. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what Jannik can do with that backhand return. Really strong stuff. Against a serve coming at him with a lot of pace, or against a very slow serve, a kick serve that can be attackable, whatever it is, any position. One of the best backhand returns. We see it again there. Forehand. Now from center, web high to forehand. Matteo, it's danger, but it's in the net. That's Matteo. Listen, this match has been a little bit of a mix of Matteo at Wimbledon and Matteo from the rest of the year. He said a few too many errors like that just show a little bit of lack of confidence because he should have that forehand and he just blotches it into the net. Low percentage shot the way he hit it. Hit the shot, super low percentage, and it should have been a high percentage shot. I think this is it for Caroline today. Let me see. Let me see what's the score there. Yeah, triple match point for Vondrousova. That's a great fight for Wozniacki, though. This is a poetic first tournament for Wozniacki. Gets a strong win. Tough win. It was closer than the score suggested, but a good win in the first round, and then hard-fought loss to Wimbledon champ. It's a break point for Sinner, and it goes long. The return from Matteo. It's 2-0 for Sinner. 40 love turns to a break for Jannik. It's 2-0, and listen, that's bad news for Matteo. Matteo's going to be angry, and he is angry on the side of the court. Now it's all Jannik. No momentum with Matteo. It's all with Jannik. Yeah, Sinner could do with another title soon. He's only won one this year, I think. Yeah, it's true, Sean. That's true. Sinner could definitely win a title soon. I think he could definitely do with a big title. He's due a big title. He's worked hard. It would be great. I mean, I'd love to see him figure it. He's got to win a Masters by the end of the year, right? I mean, the way he's played this year, I don't know whether it's Shanghai or Paris or one of these Cincinnati, Canada, or whether he could do something in New York, but at least a Masters. It would be so good for Jannik to get a Masters under his belt. I'd be surprised if he doesn't win another title by the end of the year, but a Masters would be so good to see. For Jannik, he's been around a long time now. He's been around a little while. He's still young too, but he's been around a little while. Turns 22 in a week, by the way. Sinner turns 22 in a week from today. It's 15 love here for Jannik, which is still super young, by the way. It's not Alcaraz's age, but still very young. He's got loads of time. It's a big ace. The aces for Jannik are piling up. He's doing better on first serve. I mean, he's definitely clearly doing better on first serve. Yeah, first serve points, 79%. First serve percentage only getting higher. It's higher than Berrettini's as well. 60% on second serve is great for Jannik. Matteo will be disappointed he didn't do better returning Jannik's second serve. That could have changed some of the break points that Matteo had in that first set. Because Matteo got a lot of second serve looks on the break points in that first set. He just couldn't do anything about him. It's center, fully in control here. Backhand from Jannik and the forehand of Matteo. Backhand from Jannik, crossing the backhand slice of Matteo down the line. Forehand of Jannik into the backhand Matteo. That's a big shot. Backhand of Jannik is insane. Off the jump, 40 love. What an insane shot from Jannik. Insane athleticism from Jannik to get around that shot the way he did. Like, Jannik's precision, the angles that he can hit just out of nowhere, even off defensive shots like that. Like, not only did he make this crazy shot where he's fully on the stretch, but he gave a difficult shot to Matteo. Matteo shouldn't have missed it. That's the nerves that Berrettini has. He shouldn't have missed it, but right off the sideline, hits into the top of the net. And it's Berrettini. He's feeling the nerves out here, but it's Jannik who's played a really high level. He's played a high level, so he still needs to do better on serve against the top players, but still good stuff from Jannik. 3-0. 3-0 for Jannik. 6-4, 3-0. 6-4, 3-0. Yeah, this is Jannik's second time playing in Toronto. This is Berrettini's first ever time playing in Toronto. Yeah, Berrettini's only time playing the Canadian Open, the National Bank Open, was last year, where he lost in the first round, so good fight for Wozniacki in that set and great first round win. Positive first tournament back. Yeah, absolutely, Osaka-net. I agree. Who do we got in the chat? We got Alex. We got Sean. We got Osaka-net. We got Matt in the chat, who Matt is part of QualityShot Tennis up in the chat. It's always good to have Matt in the chat. He blogs on Twitter for our Twitter account. Always covers the matches. Does a great job. Max N. We got Max N in the chat. Who else we got? We got Martu Vert as well. We got Enigma in the chat. Always good to have Enigma as well. Enigma was here for the crazy Raonic stream against Tiafo. That was a great stream, a great match. We got Egypt Nation in the house as well. Rich Kong. We got Tilly. Lexi was in here earlier. Got Chiara joining in. What's up, Chiara? Go Jannik. Let's go Jannik. That's in. Jannik being strong. But yeah, thanks all for joining. We'll be here for the rest of this match. And I'll be here for Alcaraz taking on Shelton. And the match after this, definitely join in for that one. Murray first set over Purcell, 7-6. That's good. That's good for Murray. Yeah, Murray in the same section as well. Where's Murray? I think so. Yeah, in fact, winner of this one likely plays Murray in the next round. Winner of Murray Purcell plays winner of Berrettini and Sinner. But yeah, draw's getting really interesting in Canada. I got a feeling about Canada, like Canada is going to be the one where the draw is just going to be crazy. Kind of like last year, but then I feel like Cincinnati is going to be like Alcaraz, Djokovic, Sinner battling at the end of the tournament like crazy. I feel like Cincinnati is going to be the top players event where they do really well. I feel like this one, we're already seeing some craziness here. I feel like that might be the story of this tournament. Kind of the juxtaposition between the two tournaments. It's 15 love here for Berrettini. I feel like Canada might be a little bit more open, a little bit more chaotic. You know, Monfils beating Tsitsipas, Raonic beating Tiafo. But I feel like Cincinnati is going to be. I feel like Cincinnati is going to be insane with Djokovic and Alcaraz both playing. Kick serve and forehand of Sinner, forehand of Berrettini into the forehand of Jannik goes long. 30 love. 30 love. Can Sinner maintain the lead? I mean, I've been talking about the lack of confidence of Matteo kind of not clutching up, but Jannik's done that before where he just doesn't clutch up like he needs to. So let's see if Jannik can finish this off against a tough Berrettini. Forehand return goes long, 40 love. If it is Murray versus Sinner, that's gonna be a fun one to watch. I hope to commentate that one as well. Murray taking on Sinner. Excuse me. Murray played a great match against Fritz in Washington last week. That was one of my favorite. It's a personal favorite match of mine from this year. I thought that was one of the better ones I've seen. The shot making in that match was crazy, and tight 3-setter, very compelling. And yeah, that's going to be tough for Sinner. It's going to be tough for Murray, obviously, but I think that'll be a tough match for Jannik as well. Because Jannik hasn't been serving his best in this match so far, and Murray is one of the better returners of the last, 20, 25 years. So he's, I would be surprised if Murray doesn't break at least once in that match. That's going to be a tough one. But Jannik doing well, high level so far. Overall. Serve from Matteo into the backhand of Jannik. Backhand slice into the net. 40-30. Matteo is just not being clutch. Listen, it was a 40-love game at the end of that set, serving 4-5, which Jannik, or sorry, it was at the start of this set. Matteo was serving up 4-0, 40-love, and Jannik climbed back. So let's see. Is the same pattern going to continue in this set? It's 40-30. Big serve, back in return of Jannik. Short in the court, though. Yep, attackable forehand from Matteo. Put away easy. 3-1. Matteo just throws away the ball, just kind of saying, yeah, that's what I should be doing. Looks at his box like, I should be playing this level, trying to get into the right mindset. Matteo knows how good he can be. Listen, Matteo's been 6th in the world, Madrid final. U.S. Open quarterfinals. He's been in the quarterfinals of all 4 major tournaments. He can play well on all 3 surfaces. Matteo knows how well he can play, how good of a competitor he can be. He should be doing better than this, and he knows it. Wimbledon was a great regroup for Matteo, but he's going to want to continue on that path, and this is the start of that. Serve out wide, forehand, return to the forehand of Jannik. Tries to go behind Matteo, but he doesn't hit it in. Love 15. And that's why, listen, that's why Jannik is such a top-tier player. He goes for shots like that. Like, that was not a high percentage shot where he goes behind Matteo, but like 99% of the time he would make that in. Like, his game goes for a lot. He's a very aggressive player. He goes for some pretty creative shots at times. And I don't know. It's just, that's why so many people are excited about Jannik, is because he brings a lot to the table, and usually he does it in a very strong, consistent way. And he's only improving, still young. Forehand, Matteo into the backhand of Jannik. Goes long, though, love 30. Love 30. It's about improving the mental side, though. Physical as well. It'd be good for Sinner to keep growing muscle if he can, and get better in the physical way, lasting long in matches as well, but especially the mental side. And it's love 30 here. Sinner, let's see if Sinner can close this out against Matteo. Matteo's going to fight. Matteo is going to fight. Love 30. Love 30 here in the second set. Forehand into the net from Matteo, though. Still a few too many errors. It's a good serve, though. 15-30. Jannik making more first serves in. Sinner, that's a good ace down the line from Sinner. 30 all. How many aces does Sinner have now? Strong stuff from Jannik. Strong stuff from Jannik. Look at the aces count for Sinner. Not sure if it updated with that one, but let me see. This is set 2. 6 aces for Sinner. I feel like it's even more than that, but that's still good for Sinner. 30 all. Still half a chance for Matteo. First serve is a let. First serve is a let. 30 all. Serve out wide. Forehand return from Matteo. Just missed the sideline. 40-30. Sinner's being strong on serve. He fist bumps to his team. It's got to be the thing Sinner is working on with his team the most, I would think, is the serving. That's my guess. And he's got to be happy that he's at 40-30 here. He's been strong to get out of a lot of sticky situations on serve. Like I said, he saved 7 of 7 break points in that first set. He's been clutch and he's been strong on the serve when he's needed it. Big serve out wide, but it's in the net. Second serve. Second serve from Jannik. Trying to get to 4-1. She's trying to get closer and closer to the W here. Trying to get closer and closer to the win. Back in from Jannik, but not there yet. Not there yet. We're at deuce. The win still evades him. But Jannik's given Matteo too many chances on the serve. Even a guy like Andy Murray, at this point, even Murray's going to really test him even more than Matteo has on the serve so far. Be more clutch than Matteo in these chances that Sinner has given him. So that's something for Sinner to improve. No question about it. Big serve out wide. That's a good serve, though. Matteo gets it with the return, but it's a backhand put away from Jannik. Strong stuff. Advantage. Advantage Jannik. Sinner fist bumps. Let's see if Sinner can put this away. Advantage. Big serve out wide. That's an ace. 4-1. That's it from Jannik. Jannik's got it. 4-1. Sinner's two games away from finishing this off. Listen, no shame for Matteo to lose a match like this. He's gotten a lot of chances. He's just got to work on finishing off when he's getting those chances. I mean, Sinner's done well on serve, but look, Matteo could do way better with these chances. But I mean, he can't be that ashamed of this result. Jannik Sinner has been a top-tier player since like 2020, really, but especially this year, and he's only improving. 4-1. This is a clutch serving performance, though, from Sinner. It's not a great serving performance, but it's a clutch one. When he's needed it, that serve has been there. He's hit a lot of aces, a lot of service winners. That's good stuff. Hour and 17 minutes in. And listen, like I said, this is the first time that these two guys have played. First time these two guys have played hard-hitting forehands. Two Italians that have been at the top of the rankings for a while now, or at least a few years. And first time they've played. And listen, the matchup was always going to favor Sinner, in my opinion, because his backhand is so strong to Berrettini's backhand. But listen, if Berrettini took a few more chances off and was able to break Jannik, then maybe it would be a different story. But Jannik's return also very good. So Matteo has a great serve. It's not even the best on the tour, and it's always going to be tough against Jannik, who's been able to break him twice now. 4-1, 6-4, 4-1. Yeah, when we are on the air, I try to focus on a different match, but I definitely want to watch Alcaraz versus Shelton tonight. That's the place to be. Listen, whatever you think of Ben Shelton, you can't deny that he's a good shot maker. He's hit some crazy shots throughout his very young career. He's only played, I think, like 16, 17 tour events now. Could be even less than that. But yeah, he's hit a lot of crazy shots. 15 love from the start. I mean, I remember the first match I ever watched Shelton play was I was watching at the Atlanta Open. It was the first tour match that Shelton ever played. He played against John Isner, who holds the reins of the Atlanta Open in his hands. I wasn't at the Atlanta Open. I was just watching live on TV, but Shelton nearly won that match. He brought it to a third set tiebreak. And Shelton was playing some crazy shots, and right away I was like, man, this guy's talented. He's going to hit some crazy shots. I don't know how good I think he's going to be at the end of the day, but I think he's hitting some crazy shots. So he's a shot maker. 15-all. Serve down the line's too good. 30-15. 30-15. But it's not all about the shot making. You gotta have the mindset too, the mentality. I mean, Shelton's lost so many close matches this year, and you can chalk it up to being young, a lack of experience. But the big question of him now is if he has the mentality to really win the big matches and go all the way, because it's a sport of a lot of tiny margins. It's the really strong players, strong mental players that really get over the line. We'll see if he has it in him. Don't know if he has it against Alcaraz today, 40-15. But he is talented. That helps too. 40-15 here for Matteo with the serve. Down the line. Does it just catch the line? Nope, just wide. Second serve. Second serve here for Berrettini. Kick serve back in return of Sinner down the middle. Back forehand inside down to the backhand slice of Matteo. Forehand of Sinner into the forehand. Slice of Matteo. Forehand to the backhand of Matteo. Forehand Sinner into the net. 4-2. 4-2 here. I've only watched him a few times. He's talented and has potential. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Shelton's talented. He definitely has potential. I mean, I always like big servers that have more to their game as well. Andy Roddick is a great example of that. Roger Federer, obviously, some really big, good servers. But especially Roddick, who served absolutely massive. But that wasn't the only part of his game. He had a good rest of pretty great rest of his game as well. So, I mean, the back end could use with improvements, but it's always good to see a player like that. Big serve, but that's not all that they have. 4-2 here. Backhand from Jannik into the backhand of Matteo. It's deep in the court. That's a strong shot. Backhand to the backhand of Jannik. Forehand. Runs around it. Does Matteo his backhand. Down the middle. Forehand from Jannik. Cross court into the forehand of Matteo. Backhand drop shot. What a skillful shot. Matteo nearly gets there. It's just so fun to watch Jannik carve around these shots. It's so fun to watch Jannik play. Just the way that his racket skills are crazy. Just the way he so simply just dropped the racket head and hit it for a perfect drop shot right in front of the net. And just the way he extends off that forehand and just hits it off the rise. Shots that you shouldn't be able to hit off the rise. And he can just come back with more and more pace off the backhand, off the forehand, just stepping inside the court. Really Roger Federer-esque as well. And Sinner has said that his biggest influence was Roger. So, I mean, it's so fun to watch Jannik play. Such a skilled player. Like, I really can't say it enough. It's not just because I'm a fan, or maybe it is. I mean, I'm not the one to say, but I really think he's one of the most skillful players on the tour. It's 15 love here. Backhand into the backhand of Jannik. Hits the tape and goes over. Jannik with the apology. 30 love. 30 love. I think this is a matchup that'd be fun to watch on a grass court. We got to see Jannik play Matteo on a grass court. That would be fun. Clay court would be fun too. That'd be interesting too. Hard courts, I feel like at this point in their careers, Jannik is going to have the edge, and he's only going to have the edge more and more, especially as his serve improves. But I think on grass courts and hard courts, I think this would be a really interesting match. Let's hope we see this matchup again. And obviously we're going to. Hope we see it at Wimbledon one of these years. Two very strong grass quarters. Big serve out wide. It's 40 love. Or no, just missed the wide. 30-15. I thought it was an ace. It was a double fault. 30-15. I followed him when he played at Florida. Okay, nice, Matt. Yeah. Yeah, he was originally he started playing pro matches last year with a few wild cards. And he just started doing so well. He beat Ruud in Cincinnati. And after beating Casper Ruud in Cincinnati, he was like, you know what? Maybe I might step out on college. I might just go pro. Backhand from Jannik and forehand pass to Matteo. Jannik doesn't really put away. Jannik doesn't put away on the first couple shots, but he does at the end. 40-15. Let's see if Jannik can finish this off. Can be a tough task for Jannik. Yeah, Matteo is unseeded at the tournament, which is kind of crazy. He's 38th in the world. Matteo just reached the fourth round of Wimbledon. You would argue that is his best result to date of the year. Outside of that, he was what was he? He was 7-7 going into Wimbledon. Now he is 10-8 on the season. Back in from Matteo, goes long, 5-2 for Sinner in the second set. It's 5-2 for Sinner. Let's go Jannik, getting it done. It would be good to see Jannik go on a run here. Listen, I did a draw preview. If y'all, I don't know if any of y'all joined in for my stream that I did the other day, where I commentated on the what was it? Which match was it? It was the final of Washington, final of ATP 500 Washington, where Dan Evans played Talon Greeksport, and there was a rain delay during that match. I just did a bit of a draw preview, whatever, and I picked Tsitsipas over Sinner, which Sinner is one of my favorites. So that was hard to pick. But anyway, Tsitsipas went out to Monfils in straight sets earlier today. That's going to be big for Jannik. That means that Jannik could really do something in this tournament, at least get to a semifinal. There will be no seed standing in Jannik's way to the semis. So he had a good draw at Wimbledon. He's looking like he's going to have a good draw in Canada. But listen, Jannik deserves some good draws, though. You know what I mean? After last year, Jannik deserves some good draws. Yeah, he kept running into the most top players, tournament after tournament, top players playing absolutely insane tennis. Not just at the majors, everywhere. So he kept losing quarterfinals, semifinals. He deserves a break or two. So I don't mind it for Jannik. But he'll have a tough one, the semis anyway, potentially against Alcaraz. We're an hour and 25 minutes into this one. Jannik is a game away now. Don't forget, right after this match, we got Alcaraz versus Shelton on Stadium Court. Ben Shelton against Carlos Alcaraz. Carlos Alcaraz's first time playing in Toronto. That should be fun. I mean, look, there are only a handful of tournaments that Alcaraz hasn't played now. There are only a handful of tournaments that Alcaraz has not played now at this point. Earlier this year, he played Rome for the first time of his career. Now that's out of the way. Now he's played all of the Masters outside of Shanghai. He's got Shanghai. He's got Toronto, which he hasn't played. And then he's got ATP Finals and the Olympics. Those are the four big tournaments that Alcaraz still has not played. But this will be Alcaraz's first time playing in Toronto. Anybody know if there has been a break in this Murray match? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been following the score closely enough in that first set. Wasn't following it closely enough in that first set. But yeah, it's 2-2 in the second set there now. By the way, Fernandez is up on Haddad Maia 7-5, 4-3, but she was up a break. Haddad Maia got the break back. Serve from Matteo back in a center into the ground, 40 love. $40 love here. Berrettini at least trying to get to 5-3. High percentage serve down the middle of the box. Too much for Sinner, 5-3. Let's see if Sinner can close this out. These are two players two hard-hitting Italians who at their best are absolutely fantastic and the highest tier of play when they're playing their best tennis. Both really dictating and stepping inside the court. But listen, when it comes to finishing off matches and having that kind of killer instinct about them, they've lacked it at parts some matches over this year, maybe even the couple of last years as well. Let's see if Sinner can finish this off against Matteo and be strong on his serve. Berrettini yet to break today, even though he's had a lot of chances. That's another ace from Sinner, though. Listen, Sinner's serve has only gotten better as this match has gone on. I feel like this is a good sign from Jannik on his serve. Also a good sign that he's had the confidence to really go big on a lot of the break points. And he's even missed first serves. A lot of people try to hit high percentage first serves, but he's even been able to win points off the second serve. And he's gone big on the break points. So really, I would say that this has been a successful serving day for Sinner, even though Berrettini's gotten so many chances. It's 2 aces now for Sinner. Let's go Jannik trying to serve this out against Berrettini. Winner of this one likely plays Murray in the next round. It might be against Max Purcell, who won men's doubles at Wimbledon last year. Also started just killing it in the challengers and singles this year. Won 3 straight singles challengers, but likely going to be Murray in the next round. 30 love here. Sinner trying to serve this out, 2 points away. Let's see if Jannik can do it. Up next, Shelton taking on Alcaraz. Don't miss that. Don't miss that stream. It's going to be a good one for the night session. Back in from Matteo into the back end of Jannik in the net, 30-15. Matteo's not going to give up just yet. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Center trying to serve this out. $3.15 here for Jannik. Serve down the line, forehand into the forehand of Jannik. Cross court, that's a winner for Jannik. Jannik gets the 2 match points with a huge forehand. Both these guys have killer forehands, and both these guys have had their chances. Listen, that was a 6-4 first set, but that was as close of a set as you'll see. Matteo had 7 breakpoint chances. He couldn't convert on any of them, and it's Jannik who gets the 2 match points, 40-15. Jannik trying to continue the momentum off of Wimbledon. 40-15 here for Jannik with 2 match points. Serve into the backhand slice return of Matteo. Forehand cross of forehand. Matteo right at center with the volley. Matteo runs, but he can't get there. Jannik Sinner continues off the momentum at Wimbledon. And listen, he's still around. He's playing good tennis. That was a clutch serving performance. He's continuing the momentum off Wimbledon. Don't forget about Jannik Sinner. It's a nice hug between the 2 Italian players. Good to see. 6-4, 6-3 for Jannik. And Jannik claps to the crowd. It's likely going to be Andy Murray in the next match. I don't think those 2 have played, but that's a match that I'm excited about between 2 guys who I'm really a big fan of. So very excited for that one. Jannik is incredibly consistent tournament to tournament. Absolutely goes so deep in so many tournaments. He almost always only loses to top players. There's a little bit of a hitch after Monte Carlo after a great start to the season. Fantastic. He went from 17th in the world to a career high 8th in the world in like 2 or 3 months. Then he had a bit of a hitch after Monte Carlo. But listen, he's back now. And don't forget about Jannik Sinner. This Alcaraz-Shelton match looks like it's going to line up nicely for you. I was ready to take the beginning so you can finish this one. I appreciate Faison. I appreciate that. Faison in the chat as well. Yeah, it lined up perfectly, to be honest. Yeah, and I'm out of here. 6-4, 6-3. Like I said, both guys had their chances. But it was Jannik Sinner with a clutch serving performance. He'll want to not even give whoever he plays in the next few rounds that many chances, but he has a good draw. And hopefully Jannik can do something in this tournament and in this North American hardcourt swing going into the indoors at the end of the year. It's been a good year for him. And let's see if he can continue the results off of Wimbledon. I would be surprised if he doesn't, to be honest, because he's playing a high level. We're hour and a half. Sinner gets the win over fellow compatriot Berrettini, fellow Italian. First time they played, and it was Jannik who got the win. Join in for Alcaraz versus Shelton. That will be on next. Night session in Canada. Join in for that one. You don't want to miss it. 2 shot makers. Listen, I think Alcaraz probably has the win. It's his first ATP match since that crazy historic Wimbledon victory over Djokovic in 5 sets. Join in for the night session. QualityShot Tennis has it for you. I'll be there for that one. And it's Jannik Sinner who gets the win. Let's go, Jannik.
Just